Hello, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I repaired this Beko dishwasher. So, like all mechanical things, these repairs are either really simple or really difficult. This one was a little bit more challenging for me, but the repairs on this may not actually be relevant to your exact problem, but I'll just talk you through how we went about diagnosing this, and hopefully this will help you fix your dishwasher. So the dishwasher wasn't warming up, so basically it would operate and wash and just wouldn't heat the water up, and therefore the stuff that you're putting through the dishwasher was all coming out dirty. So first thing we went for was this. This is what they call a flow heater. So it basically is a tube that the water goes through, and it has a heating element on the outside, and then it has these items on the end here are thermostats. So they'll measure the temperature of the heater coil and then switch it on and off to regulate the temperature of the water going through. So often in things like ovens, because the heater element is the bit that gets very hot, expands and contracts, it's this that goes wrong. And this was £16. To get to it, it's down underneath the bottom of the dishwasher, so it needs completely removing to access the flow heater. So first thing was tried that. Now I could have done some wiring check before fitting the flow heater, but it could have been the thermostats on there as well. So, and possibly there are going to be test plans that could have been run, but like I said, £16, call out fee to get a dishwasher repaired would have been way in excess of replacing this part. So we replaced this part and tested it, and still didn't work. So next step was to check the wiring in the door. So basically it's a case of removing this cover, and then there's wiring that goes all the way down through the door and into all of the components underneath. So I removed the front cover from the dishwasher and checked the wires. Where it opens and closes, the wires can work harden and then snap, and we had wires that were working and hadn't snapped in between that. So next thing to replace was, there is a thermostat, and the thermostat basically is located in this bowl area at the bottom. And that goes to the computer inside the dishwasher and tells the controller how hot it is. And with most dishwashers they have heat cycles, so as we can see here, 35, 50 and 65, so it will use that thermostatic connector to regulate the temperature. Haven't got the old bit to show you because when I removed it, the plastic connector that held the wiring into it was so brittle it broke off, and again that may have been one of the problems with it, is that it wasn't securely holding in place. The thermostat was £8, so again worth a try, much cheaper than a call out fee. Tested that, still didn't work. So last thing to try is this. This is the wiring unit. It's located roughly here inside the dishwasher, and this cost me £44. Again, cheaper than a call out fee, so it was definitely worth trying that. That's the brains of the whole unit, and when we had a look at this, there were some areas on the circuit board like there, I'll focus in, where you can see looks almost like it's overheated and burnt in that location. So it does look like there's a fault with the control board. This is the old one. I fitted a new one to it. Yeah, so this is the existing one. Interestingly, I think it says it on this. Yeah, it does. Interestingly, it says it on this one that this is a Grundig part, and we're fitting this to a Beko dishwasher. So one thing that is apparent when you're doing diagnostics on something like this is that the parts are very cheap and very interchangeable, so it's definitely worth having a go at fixing this. Unfortunately, that did not fix the issue. So I knew I was getting power down to the flow heater. I'd done obviously checked to see whether there was power getting there. Whether I was getting the right power was a different thing. So the next thing I did is I removed this panel from the front of the dishwasher and then rigged up a small light going to it. So when the unit was operating, I could see when it was turning the heater on and when it wasn't turning the heater on. I then used a temperature probe to measure the temperature of the flow heater to see whether it was getting up to temperature, and it was clear from carrying out that test plan that this basically wasn't getting to the right temperature. It was turning on and it was heating up, but it was only heating to 25 degrees, not the minimum 35 or 50 degrees or 65 that it should have been heating to. So after replacing the flow heater, the temperature thermostat or thermostatic switch and the PCB located behind here, it was still not working. So I'd already checked the loom here as it goes through the door, but decided to do some temporary wiring, just do a couple of jump wires through and down into the bottom of it, just to see whether that works, and pleased to say that has fixed it. So I've just got to do a more permanent solution on this wiring and then put it all back together. These are the wires that I've removed, and I had checked these after fitting the flow heater and it not working, and you can probably see they've all actually externally look good. So it must be an internal fault with the wire that's caused this problem. So we can test to see if this is working. If we open the door, we'll be able to see steam coming out. Yep, that's steaming up the camera. So definitely got the heater working now. Long story short, we fixed the dishwasher with 2 wires run down inside the door. I did remove the old 2 wires from the door that were faulty, and there were no breaks in the wires. There was no actual sign that there was anything wrong with the wires, but the proof is in the pudding. Replacing those 2 wires fixed the dishwasher. So bit of a run around, and I think if I hadn't had this channel and the ability to share this with you, possibly would have gone down another route, but I found it interesting and fun to do. And to put it into reference, this dishwasher was, I think, about £220 when it was new. To replace it now, I would be looking about £250 for a new one. And like I said, spent £44 on the control board, £16 for the flow heater. So that takes us to £60 and £8 for the thermostat. So £68 in total to repair this. I didn't need any of those parts, and potentially I could send some of these parts back if I felt that I wanted to do that, but I bought them, I fitted them, tested them, and for me it was the cost of these parts for the test procedure is definitely worth putting into it. And this is the new flow heater. I've refitted the old one, so should this go ever in the future, I've got a spare flow heater and I've got a spare control board. So yeah, should keep this going forever. There is other parts that could go wrong, but these parts all seem readily available. I have about 5 years ago replaced the drain pump. That probably was damaged due to debris that can get round in the dishwasher and get down in and damage the pump. But again, it was super cheap. It was about £12, so definitely worth repairing this rather than replacing it. And it's a dishwasher, yeah, doesn't really do much other than wash dishes. So yeah, some have flashy panels and smart this and smart that, but I just want to be able to press on and it to wash the dishes. And definitely worth me putting £68 into this to keep it going. So long video of me talking, hope it's been useful. If you could like and subscribe, or comment down below if you've got any questions. Thanks for watching.